What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's early, but we got to head down to the panel shop because I need to fix this front lip before the car gets painted. I mean, I don't have to, but I would just prefer to get it fixed so that when we have the car painted, we can just put it straight onto the underside of the bumper and then mount the bumper up. So just to give you some insight on what I'm actually going to do with it is I'm going to rub back some of the scratches and then just kind of polish it up, clean it up a little bit. Because the scuffs, the scratches or whatever, those you can kind of fix quite easily with just like sanding them back, doing like a 320, 600, 800, 1500, 2000 grit, and then polishing them out. So those I'll be able to fix. The things that are the issue are the bits that have kind of had chunks taken out and the gel coat is damaged. So what I'm gonna do on those is sand around them with 320 and then get some resin and then put new resin on top. I've got probably 3 spots I have to do, 2 small ones and that large section that's like being scuffed up against, I don't know, like a gutter or something. So yeah, I'm gonna put new resin on there, leave it overnight tonight to set, and then tomorrow I'll go in and sand it back, polish it up, do the whole, 320, 600, 800, 15, 2000 polish kind of thing. And we should have it looking mint. Now, there are some little minor cracks in the gel coat as well. I'm actually just gonna sand those back and polish them out and get them as good as I can, because when it comes down to it, to get those out completely is gonna be like a lot more work for something I'm probably gonna go and touch on the ground anyway. So I'm gonna get it looking as good as I possibly can without spending 6 years of my life remaking it. So let's head down there and get stuck into this front lip. All right, so I've jumped in a little bit early here, and what I've done, I've gone through here with 320, and I've actually sanded down, there was some cracks here, the cracks kind of came around here, and the culprit was this hit about here. So there's a bit of damage there, and then just kind of a crack or scuff around this area. And then over here, there's the big bit of damage. So again, I went across all of that in 320. I'm gonna re-resin all of that section over there. I'm gonna re-resin this little section here, but the rest of all of this, where the like slight cracks were, I'm just gonna go 600, 800, probably 2000, and then give it a polish and polish the cracks out, because they're so minor, you can't even notice. And I think that me trying to resin those areas is gonna make more of a drama than just kind of making them better. So yeah, we'll re-resin this, we'll re-resin that. And the rest of the lip, I'm just gonna go over, check everything and give it a bit of a sand and a polish. See how it turns out. So that's the only crack you can actually see, and I'm not really bothered by that. The rest of it has actually come up really, really well. So I'm just gonna go through, polish this. Once I've polished it all, I'm gonna sand back this little section, add a bit of resin, and then go across here. I've got to sand that a little bit more. Sorry, the focus sucks, but I'll go over there, put some resin on, let it harden, come back tomorrow, sand it back, get its shape, and then polish it up. And lip's pretty much done. So that'll be ready to go back on. But yeah, it's not too hard. Something like this, it's literally just 320 around the area, re-resin it, and then yeah, sand it back. And then obviously, once you've sanded it back with probably something like 180, go 320, 600, 800, 15, 2000, and then polish it through, and it should come up nice. Now, I am considering, do I do a matte carbon and leave it at a 2000 sand? Nah, I'll polish it. All right, so we've got the first bit of resin on here, letting that set. Got our other little bit here, and then as you can see, this bit here looks already way better. So yeah, a few layers of that, let it dry, another layer, let it dry, another layer, things like that. And then we'll sand it back and try and get it looking a bit like that. All right, so resin is on. I've done actually a few layers on these, and they're actually sitting a little bit proud, which is what I wanted. And over here. So now I've just got to be patient, let all that set, and then sand it all back, polish it up, and be a million times better than it was, even if it's not perfect. All right, so coming through, you can barely even see it, but that's one of them. Haven't sanded it back or anything, that's just it set. And then that's the other one, you can see the 2 sanded bits either side. and then coming across. That's the big bit of damage. So you can see, I mean, it's still a little rough, but we're going to do the best we can. Give it a sand back, give it a polish. It's going to look good. I'm quite happy with that, especially for my first time ever fixing carbon fibre. Nice. All right, let's give this a sand, give us a polish, and I'll show you guys the final result. This one, I'm just going to polish a little bit more. You can see here where it was the worst. It's come up really good. Like, there's a ever so slight low point here, but you're never going to notice it. You're never going to notice it. On the bottom of the car, I'm stoked how that's turned out. I mean, let's be honest, I'm going to touch this on the ground. So I just wanted this to look 90%, and it come up 90% for sure. Stoked with that. All right, so that's going to be the carbon fibre lip fixed. I'm stoked how that turned out. It came up real good, better than I was actually expecting, especially for a first time job. I could go over one of those parts again with some fibre, but honestly, I'm so happy how it's turned out, and I want a bit of a time crunch so we can get that on the car tomorrow, because I'm looking at the car and it's about to go in the booth right now. So yeah, when that comes out of the booth tomorrow, I want to be able to reassemble the whole thing, lip on the bumper on the car, all that sort of stuff, all at once. So I wanted that done ASAP so I don't have to pull it off again. So guys, thank you for coming along. You know what to do: like, subscribe, comment, Patreon, all that sort of stuff. So thank you for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was a little bit of fun for you, and stick around for the next one, because coming up soon is going to be the new color on the Beamer. See you guys.